right, time to get into the program Taking in Front on this Wednesday afternoon. It's not as hot as it was yesterday in terms of the weather, but still have some heat out there, so it's nice to be indoors.
Alex, air condition was a luxury long time. It has become a necessity now.
Yeah, to play it or no.
Once upon a time when you saw buildings with air conditioning, you say, wow, them have money. Not now.
No.
Every room, every corner.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you have to have two per room because it's like one air working.
Well, you could imagine you have a vehicle and your air condition giving you problems.
Yeah, I had that problem before.
But
it's not nice.
Absolutely terrible, boy.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
It is.
No amount of water. Why not in the glass? You're trying to get breeze. Hello.
You get an exhaust.
and no, I make the point yesterday in your presence that some people who live in places where it's extremely cold love this kind of weather.
Yeah.
And the travel distance.
You're right.
And Trinidad is really blessed.
So we have to be thankful for what we
really, really blessed.
You're right.
Too much of one thing is not good anyway. So it's good when you have the little rain.
Yeah.
Not flooding.
No.
Not flood,
But
rain.
In a couple of months' time, we'll have the rainy season.
But you're telling me you had rain, I don't know.
May, June, in a little over a month.
Yeah. Have I inspector here, so I don't say too much.
Right.
Long time when I had rain, I used to go to work.
Yeah.
I was getting sick.
Yeah.
But I love rain, boy. I used to relax and probably show up late. Yeah. But that Mr. Andre Errol Batiste must be applauded.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sport.
He's a great character, I like his personality on air, off air. It's the same, and that's what I like. He doesn't put it on a face or a voice. He really is very professional
that man,
and very down to earth.
Andre Errol Batiste, I'm telling you.
Very knowledgeable, too.
Yes, I don't bring people here who's pretensive. People are believing and doing good work.
Excellent.
Right? And I just wanted Andre, my brother.
Yeah, boy.
Love in the house, and thank you very much for
that spontaneous commentary he did yesterday. Where did that come from?
Mash up the place.
I was like, just out of the top of his head, and it was and I thought our game was ready going on. Yeah.
Naturalist, I call him naturalist.
Yeah.
And we have a naturalist in our midst this afternoon.
Right.
This gentleman, I had just joined the service, and the coup took place. And after the coup, we went...
So it was 1990 we're talking about.
That's right. Okay. And after the coup, we went down to the police barracks, which is normally called the academy.
Right.
And then the administration building was erected. That is one on the corner of Edward Sackville Street.
Right.
And I had the absolute honor to meet with Mr. Winston Cooper, who's now deceased.
Yes.
And then Corporal Jackson, who was like a mentor. I mean, they say, heard this name over and over.
Yes.
But this brother here, this brother has been what you call somebody who is in the business of knitting.
Right.
You have a program, you have an initiative.
Yes.
You're lost now. You have the ideas, you have the thoughts.
Right.
You say, tell me what is you want, and he will put it down nicely for you.
Yes.
He has the art, he has his skill set in doing proposals. How to sell and how to market.
Right.
He is and when I met this gentleman, it is true Corporal Jackson, and we became good friends. Even though he was a senior officer to me, you will never believe that he was an inspector of police.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Listen to me, down to earth, rootsy, and the gentleman had a flair about him, real classy, and he could dress.
Yeah, well, I see that.
The man could start dressing.
I could see that. Yes.
The man could dress. So I'm really honored to have Inspector Elcock. Inspector Elcock, love in the house. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate your presence. You're looking like if you're going to retire or something. I can't believe.
Yeah.
Welcome to 91.1 and Taking in Front. Yes. It's an honor, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here this afternoon. I appreciate it very much. I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, yes.
And, this must be the first time I'm entering or second time in the studio.
Nice.
Welcome. I can't have a program called Taking in Front and don't invite you. I mean, they say we had spoken and we set up dates and we did agree, and then 1 week passed, but the fact that you are here, I am maximizing the use of your service. So, and I just ask hard questions. Listen, I guess before, I used to ask them if I ever catch him in a roadblock, but I can't actually expect that. I can't actually expect that. Inspector Elcock, tell us about yourself. Tell us about who you are, where you came from, a little history, a background about yourself.
Yeah, well, I was born in Port of Spain, South Port of Spain.
Oh, wonderful.
27 St. Joseph Road. I attended elementary school, St. Philip's. That's at the top of the flyover.
Right, I know the school very well, yes.
And after which I went to San Juan Secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And then at Form 4A, I just decided no more school for me.
In Form 4?
Yeah, I
Wow.
just dropped out of school, you know.
Wow.
It grieved my mom, you know. And I went and joined the National Youth Camp, Chagramas,
Oh, yes.
and I learned to do a little welding there.
That's about 3 years. Did they come
I spent just 1 year. Just 1 year.
Say no more.
That was in 1968.
Okay.
And in 1969, I joined the police service.
I'm now born. I was not coming to my mother's home.
I joined the police service.
Wow.
And, 112 of us went into train on the 15th of September, 1969.
What was the regimental number? You only 7,000 police?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it started at 74.
74.
Yeah, I was down in the dregs.
Right.
Yeah, I was down in the dregs. Yeah. Of the 112, I was it only had 33, I think 23 officers after me.
Okay, wonderful. Well, after coming out of the police, I'm going to say the barracks, and you enter, you went to the charge room station. Tell me a little bit about moving from the barracks to a station.
I'm so happy that you asked that question, because the barracks, the training was really great. Teach us about discipline. Teach us, how to be mature, how to be a mature person, and all the intricacies of
The fundamentals of policing. Yes.
When we went to the station, I went to Western Division.
Come on, shake
Nice,
one of the best
nice.
stations, man. Western?
Yeah, but I went to Carnage Police Station first.
Right.
And I met the SDO in charge was a guy named Mr. Bell.
Okay.
He's from Barbados in those days,
Excuse me, yes.
And he was a disciplinarian. And the way he taught us was very tough. He would say, I'm going to send you on a patrol from Constabulary Street to Alco. He said, and when you come back, I'm going to quiz you.
Wow.
So when we used to walk with a page
Paper,
in the pocket diary in the side.
Taking notes.
Yeah, because he would ask, he say you have to know every street.
That's right.
Every street. There was a little private street he asked me about that. I never saw that street,
That was pretty deliberate.
Yeah. But it taught us how to learn policing.
Right.
And today what I'm seeing is a lack of that knowledge.
Yes, well said.
Yeah.
After you would have worked in Western Division, tell us about your studies. I know that you went and do some extensive studies.
Well, while in Western Division, with Marval, I saw a guy, a page in the desk drawer, and it marked Institute of Applied Science.
Yes.
It was a corresponding course from Illinois, Chicago, in civil and criminal investigation.
Okay.
And I applied to them and gained a diploma. And that diploma included fingerprinting. And I applied to go to the fingerprint department.
At your time, there was no virtual course.
No
virtual. There was no computer.
Yeah.
So you had to go away?
No, right in Trinidad, they sent everything for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And they sent the whole fingerprint kit, everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I applied to go to this fingerprint department in CID. And they give me a test. And
Was successful.
Yeah.
You mashed up the place.
Yeah, but I was, they gave me 48%, but I think I had done better than that.
And no redress.
And the senior superintendent in charge of CID, he says, Mr. Elcock, you could always reapply because, And I said, sir, can I say something? And he said, yes. I said, I passed the exam. But it was in Reading, 48%.
Yes.
And he called the guy who was in charge of fingerprint, Mr. Nelson. He was assistant superintendent. And Mr. Nelson said, who correct this paper? And the senior superintendent said, how did he pass? He said, of course he passed. He said, how much marks he make? He said, 100.
Wow.
Oh, very good, very good. Very good. You knew that something was
Full
wrong with that
marks.
mark.
Yeah.
You see? It's a
Yes.
good thing he said something.
But you know,
Yeah.
he knew that he knew
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah.
was important.
And that helped my whole behavior as a police officer.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Tell
like
me,
that,
when we met in admin, it was
Yeah.
after the coup.
Yeah.
You didn't have welcome names now for the court time, right? Insurrection, whatever.
Yeah.
But I met you in administration. Corporal Jackson introduced me to you.
Yeah.
You were up there with the upper echelons in the police service, with the executives and so on.
Yeah.
How did you manage to be one of their councils and their think tank?
Well, before that, I was a corporal in Mofa Station, and the senior superintendent in charge of the division, he sent me on leave
Okay.
because I had the excess leave and the
All police,
yeah.
right? Wow, all
Yeah,
police.
It was past 3 months. And when I went up to the States, I thought that the certificate I had again could get me into John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
Okay, you're pursuing more studies.
Yeah, but the semester record, this is not the requirement. So you have to either have a high school level.
Diploma or something.
So I went and do a GED, they call it the GED.
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. So I did the GED and went and passed the GED.
Wow.
And I came back to Trinidad, break my holidays, come back to get 4 years no pay leave. They get 4 years no pay leave in 1986. I started, I was 36 years of age,
Okay.
and graduated at 40 years in 1990.
Okay, wonderful.
I returned to Trinidad to get 2 more years to do a master's degree. And Abu Bakr struck.
Yes.
And so I had to fall back in and do my work. And that is why you meet me in admin.
In admin.
They say instead of sending him into our division, we have some work here for him. And the superintendent, through senior superintendent Addison, I did a survey for the police because they were requiring a shortage of women police.
Okay.
And yeah, I did a nice survey to how to squeeze it because a lot of police was misplaced. A lot of police in areas that didn't need them.
Square peg and round hole.
They didn't need women police. Port of Spain need women police, have rape and so on. And
Right,
the
yeah.
Southwestern Division, they had all of these kind of things. So we
No,
did
let me ask you a question because I never had the benefit of it. You used to wear short pants with the socks something?
definitely.
Yeah.
When we
And the big white hard helmet, I remember that.
potties and hose tops.
Who protested? Who protested and asked for
Well, the police association for a while.
that I read it.
No, that was Mr. Arno and Mr. Guy.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Guy was a sergeant in those days.
Is that
Who ended
right?
up to be commissioner.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So they fought, for change.
Change.
And that was one of the changes.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Some women just love seeing police officers in our short pants. In fact, they're begging for us to go back in it.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is just a joke. I don't know if it's true. I heard it through the grapevine that the uniform would have changed before that. But some tourists came to Trinidad and saw some police in short pants and the legs were so nice. And they said, and when Mr. Tony May heard that,
You go back to short pants?
why change the shorts and why change the uniform?
You see, your pressure could be on that psychological pressure. No, but the police service, you have a lot of history in terms of police. Before I ask you about your family support, which is absolutely imperative, tell us about the question of COSTAT and the joint service where it was compulsory for officers of a certain rank to be trained. Tell us a little about that.
My joint services staff college was run by a cabinet.
A cabinet note?
Yeah, a cabinet note, and the Ministry of National Security was heading it.
Okay.
It was for management, middle management.
Right, sergeant.
And it was from sergeants up. Only from sergeants up could have attended.
Right.
Yeah, sergeants up, even
First division.
anything. As a matter of fact, the 2 last commissioners of prisons, Stewart and Wilson
Benefited from.
benefited from joint
I was asking
staff.
Mr. Wilson. I remember Mr. Wilson came here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
I was asking about that.
Mr. Stewart and Mr. Wilson were my students.
Okay.
So there was an ad on the Guardian saying that they wanted part-time lecturers,
Okay.
and myself and Mr.
But you seem to be familiar. You seem to be on top of your game, boy.
Yeah.
and I myself and Mr. Roach, we applied.
Oh yes, good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
And we were selected, and the ministry wrote to the commissioner of police asking for a release, because part-time is like after work and so forth, and he says no. But when they applied, they called me Erskine Elcock. That's my first
name,
and
yes.
Pernell Roach. And the commissioner put a minute, and he sent it back. And he said the police service has no Erskine Elcock or Pernell Roach.
Oh,
But if you are speaking of number 7501,
Excuse me. I love that.
Sergeant
Police.
Elcock.
Police.
and then he gave his rationale why he can't
Release.
us.
Okay.
He says the police service is right now under strength and so forth.
And also is that required?
Yeah. But myself and Mr. Roach, we disobeyed. And we went anyway, to the point that he was pleased.
That you all did not comply and complain.
And the graduation, when the students graduated,
Oh, thank you.
They spent a year there, and they got a certificate in management.
Wonderful. That's excellent, man.
I selected supervisory management.
Okay.
In that,
Tell me about the question of the hierarchy of the police service. You know, the top-down kind of, I don't know, I don't know quite call it. When you speak to the commissioner and you have an ear with the commissioner, and you bring documents to the commissioner and say, Commissioner, we would love to do A, B, and C. I know that in your time, probably the commissioner was a little more aloft, or a little more, unapproachable.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen people get transferred for an elevator. How the commissioner waiting downstairs in an elevator. He said, why you have me waiting downstairs? Transfer that man. You know, it was a difference.
Yeah.
I think the commissioners is now a little more approachable, a little more, there's a human element to them.
Of course.
Tell me about that. How did you handle the Mr. Guys and...
When Mr. Guy was in the association, so he was a little flexible.
Okay. Mr. Jules Bernard.
He was tough.
Yes,
Yeah,
can
he was
imagine.
tough. He was a tough one.
Yes. Mr. Grant, you Mr. Grant at all?
Yeah, I worked with Mr. Grant in Marfa. Yeah. Mr. Grant was okay too.
Okay.
All right. But then Mr. Liverpool, nice.
That is the crime fighting man. ACP crime.
Yeah. However, Mr. Bernard, when he delegated, he used to be okay then by doing the delegation. So instead I have to speak to him directly, as I would speak to who he delegated.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Wow. So you go through a process.
Yeah.
And you don't breach that protocol. You don't breach it.
But we had a top-down sort of management.
Yes.
It has everything has to come from the top
That's
first.
right.
So the police association might have gotten some space to have a conference with the executive.
Yes.
And represent us.
Right.
So sometimes we pass it through the police association. If you take today to get
I know, yes, it's a shortcut to get things done.
Yeah.
We want to break here for a few, with your permission, of course.
Sure.
Because we have the playman. You don't play playman, not you don't know. And I came close yesterday.
he asked everyone that question.
I came close yesterday. 22.
No, it was close. That was the day before. Yeah. It was like just one off.
Yeah, I don't bet, but I just pretty.
Yeah, I play Lotto Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Mr.
Yeah,
Elcock,
of
we want to
course.
break for a little while.
Sure.
Some hard questions coming after. So brace yourself for the tsunami.
I have an easy question. I'll ask that afterwards. All right.
We are here with Inspector Elcock, and he's with us with Taking in Front. Blessings.
Winning step from a staycation to global destinations. City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derrick Sharbodie, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derrick Sharbodie, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derrick Sharbodie, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? And confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk.
With us, I hope I said that right. Yes, don't lock me up.
I tell people retirement is only a word.
But I can see that he has not retired from life. And I'm wondering what's your secret, sir, if you may, because I need to know.
For us.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. A spiritual component.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you left the service, if you don't mind me asking?
26 years.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed.
Well, I'm not sure I can get some of that lockdown years, right? taking some of that. Inspector Alcock, you have been kind enough to take us back and give us a history, and I know that you're walking historian in terms of the police service. But my pet project is community policing. In 1996, community policing was established, and I was there with all the pomp and the cars, Mr. Winston Cooper, Absolute Corporal Hutchins, I can't forget Sergeant Beckles, Prince, Mr. Hazel, who's an ACP now, a nice team of people, Trini, my brother, then I had Miss Kathleen Weeks, then I had Senior Superintendent Matthews. I had the benefit of meeting some absolutely wonderful people. But what you did in terms of crafting community policing, which was the blueprint, and I know they was trying to have it as a pilot project, but it went further, and because of how you craft. Tell us a little about that, about the establishment of community policing in 1996.
Yeah, the whole thing began really in 1995 late.
Right.
Mr. Reno.
Yes, good man.
Myself and Mr. Roach.
Wow, yes, that's a good name.
Mr. Kenny Mohammed asked for a policy document.
Yes.
And the minister was very impressed on community policing, and he decided that we should do a plan.
Yes.
And myself and Mr. Reno, because Mr. Reno at the time was the secretary to Mr. Kenny Mohammed.
Yes.
So we did the plan.
And he has a long-standing track record.
Yeah. Mr. Reno is very, very updated.
I think he was with international police, and he sat on many committees.
Of course, he was the secretary for the international commissioners of police.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, he spent a while there.
Mr. Reno, if you're hearing us, pleasant good afternoon, and thank you for your contribution.
Not only that, he ran a program. He ran a program in the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
Yeah, he ran a program.
I know he was also involved in law enforcement with the Ministry of National Security.
Of course, and he also was a professor in the University of Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. Wow.
Mr. Reno, very, very,
very knowledgeable,
resourceful person.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Roach himself.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Roach himself, he did a lot of work for the United Nations. And
those are big names you're calling him.
And he went to the criminals.
Mr. Roach still alive? Is he still?
Yeah, he is active. He's still active.
Is he local here or is he abroad?
Well, he travels and
okay, I can imagine.
Yeah, but after the plan was completed, we sensitized the executive of the police service.
Yes.
After which, and I brought it here with me, we had a outline of how it should go.
Unfold, yes, yeah.
One of the things was to sensitize all the members of the organization.
Yes.
And we had training for divisional heads.
Yes,
training for trainers.
Yes.
So they would train the people in their division. And we went around sensitizing most of, well, you could say every division in the police service. It was Mr. Pandey was the Prime Minister at the time.
Yes.
And when it was, we got some motorbikes.
I can remember that, yes.
Yeah, we
yes,
got some motorbike. We had
police officers, yes.
Yeah, we had get some cars.
Outfitted with community policing, if you please.
So that it created employment also, because they put in a lot of SRPs to ride these motorbikes.
Yes.
You know, and it was very good because
very effective.
Yeah, they were moving. It wasn't like the big powerful.
Yes.
But
they could have maneuvered into the streets and
they
yes.
could have climbed hills and things.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
They were doing a fine job.
I can remember, not continue in spec, but I can remember Mr. Pandey visiting our club.
Exactly.
As part of the community police, and Mr. Guy sent instructions that the Honorable Prime Minister at that time would want to meet with you clubs, and he came up at Hummingbird Spaniard.
That's up by the cemetery side.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, I came up by you too.
Yes,
yes. But while we're on this point, the police youth clubs,
yes,
the police youth clubs did a great, if not the best, job in the whole community policing fight, because in your club you had adults in your club, you know, and
we have big people, as you would say.
Yeah, big people. In your club, I came and do 2 lectures for your club.
That's right.
Yeah, and Miss Sheila Prince.
Yes.
She had a club in 2 clubs.
Diego Martin.
One in Diego Martin and one in Point Comana.
Yes, and then she moved to the Vitam.
And you all did so much work.
Yes, Hazel did good work in
that the United States Embassy recognized it.
Yes.
And you were a beneficiary of traveling all over the world.
14 states, yeah. North Carolina,
Yes,
Portland, Oregon, Kansas City,
so,
International Visitors Program.
So this is what community policing is about.
That's right.
It's about the police working with the whole community. And so that the community must help make decisions for the police.
That's right.
Together we have to make decisions.
That's right.
Because the community is our client.
That's right. The recipients of the service, yes.
And not only our clients, they are also our boss. We are working for the community.
That's right. Well said.
Yeah, we are working for the community. This is the understanding. This is the key. This is the essence of community policing.
I love that.
It is the essence.
Yes.
That the community and the police must be one. They must bond to one.
Yes.
And we mustn't have the attitude that we have discretion, because the discretion was delegated to the police.
That's right.
The discretion of the police was delegated by the members of the community. If they give the police that discretion, the police just think that they have that discretion, and it's a mighty...
Yes. Like we run things.
We run things.
And that's unfortunate, huh? That's because the members of the public will determine the quality of service and will commend us with.
Exactly.
We can't go running on radio and say we do not good service. The members of the public will say that.
The public, and I think it's Mr. Robert Peel, and I think when he had opened the British thing, he says the police are, the people are the police,
yes,
and the police are the people, because our job is to serve,
yes,
and this is why they move it from force to
service.
With
pride.
The police is to serve the public.
Yes.
And once we understand that, but what kind of service? If you are my boss, you have to tell me what you want.
That's right.
I can't just come and do what I like.
That's right.
And this is the problem, because if you bring some guy by your house to lay carpet, you have the right to tell him how you want that carpet laid.
Thank you.
and this is what have to happen.
Yes, excellent example.
Yeah.
Tell me about, even after community policing, there was a massive impact when community policing was unfolded. People would embrace it. You know, I can remember Senior Spirit, God rest his soul, he lives in Shogunas and he had passed away. I passed his home so often. Right? But there were officers you knew and had knowledge that they were community people.
Well,
Cumberbatch. I was talking about the late
Of
Cumberbatch,
course.
yes.
But Sharbodie, yourself, Miss Sheila Prince,
Yes.
Kate Reno,
Yes.
Mr. Hazel,
Yes.
and many others. But I
Go to the
call it-
trenches.
Oh, we used to sleep it. We used to live it. It was all about bringing people together.
That's right. That's right.
And Miss Sheila Prince, it did marvelous because we have this boy, in Marcel is his name.
Yes,
who's a
the attorney. Yes,
who is a
and a member of parliament.
He's an attorney.
Yes.
And he's a member of parliament.
Yes.
And he was in the Beetham Youth Club.
That's right.
He's a member of the Beetham Youth Club, and it's so the work and the New York Youth Club.
Yeah,
look how many.
Yes.
Look how many people in high places.
Yeah, Jason Williams, John Melody, you understand, Jared Nurse, right? Officer Singh, we are a lot of them in service now. No, but that is absolutely excellent because you have people who would have left the youth club and are now being good citizens. And the objective is not the world of working on, but they have become good citizens.
Become good citizens.
And that is what we want to
Become
produce.
good citizens.
Yes.
And if we have good citizens, well,
They would not pick up a gun, they would not join gangs, they would not be involved in criminal
Exactly.
element because they are loved, they are patriotic.
exactly.
Yes, yes.
But the police, we used to have some meetings. We had the senior superintendents and divisions.
Yes, divisional heads.
Every once a month, he would have a big for the whole community.
That's right.
You know, they ask questions.
Yes.
And
Tongue meetings.
tongue meetings.
Yes.
And work together and so forth.
Yeah, yeah.
These things have to come back. But moreover, we have to expand the training.
Yes.
Police officers must do a lot of public relation courses.
Yes.
A lot of sociology courses.
Yes, how to speak out to community when members of the public properly.
Communication courses.
It's paramount, yes.
Yeah, and this is and it must start at the police training college.
Yes, yes, I respect that.
It must start at the police training college because they who outside already, they're moving on. But this is the newness, a new program, so that they will treat with the members of the public with respect.
Yes.
In a much better way. This is the key of community policing.
Right. I want to get into a classic incident when a letter was sent to the commissioner for me to do a lecture.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Of course, I can never forget. I got in trouble for it. The school is a convent in Point 40, and they asked that you, Mr. Sharbodie, gave the address, the feature address at their graduation.
Yes.
And it take the bureaucratic journey from the commissioner coming down until it reached my boss, Mr. Cooper, our boss.
Yes, Mr. Cooper.
And
yeah, a good man.
Very good. Great.
Yeah, love in the house that the late Mr. Quinton Cooper.
Great. And minister said Elcock will do the feature address because Sharbodie is a constable. I said, so, but they didn't ask for Elcock, they asked for Sharbodie. The students wanted Sharbodie. So, to make a long story short, I called you. I said, bring your uniform, bring all your uniform. You would meet me in the front of the headquarters in a car. And we drove you to Point 40. And you did the feature address.
Yes.
And they asked me, the car was to be returned. They said we must reach Chaguanas. Let Chaguanas Community Policing take us to South. Let South Community Policing take us to Point 40.
Yes.
I said, no, we went straight to Point 40.
That's it. And that's instructions.
So when we returned, they stayed waiting for me because they get word that you was there.
Yes, I'm present, yes.
So they asked me who did. I said, Sharbodie did it. And they said, you didn't follow it. I did not follow instructions. And I would be disciplined and so forth. However, what saved me is the mayor in Point 40 was there. He sent a beautiful letter to the Ministry of National Security, stated what a great job you did. A standing ovation and everybody. And they were very happy now that I took you.
I mean, they say if an inspector could, it's your brother back an inspector has been. No, I must thank you, Inspector Alcock, for what. Excuse me. You were in the process of growing and developing.
Yeah.
You wasn't in the business of breaking down. You know, and I wanna personally commend you for that.
Yeah.
Right. More than that, Inspector Alcock, the question of what you see now, looking on for 2026, you're seeing there's a lot of gunplay gangs. Police officers have to now redefine themselves. You know, you see that there is no care for child and children anymore. All of these gunmen are codeless.
Yep.
You know, and we be pointing fingers, home at fault, community at fault.
Yeah.
The police need to do a better work, they need more calm.
Yeah.
Tell me something in terms of going forward as somebody with a historical background of the police service. How do we aggressively address to the root the crime situation?
The only cure, and I want to stress again, the only cure to address this crime situation is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to once again trust police officers.
But you can applaud them. No, you shouldn't applaud them.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, love that. Trust is paramount.
The perception that people have of the police is scary right now.
Right.
Okay? And the only way that could happen is gradually and aggressively too. We have to bring back community policing in as how it was.
Yes, in its original form.
So that's an original form.
Yes.
I tell you, like things like Neighborhood Watch. Neighborhood Watch was really formulated. It was, when the public thought that they wasn't getting the service from the police.
Yes, immediate response.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they form like a vigilante. They say we are to protect our community. Today, we must use that same thing, Neighborhood Watch, to preserve communities.
I love that, yes. It needs to be redefined as well. With technology and all that.
Of course, it will be redefined because we had a test in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
We had a test in Santa Cruz with community policing. And after 6 months, they had no serious crime, no serious crime.
Yes. The impact of the Neighborhood Watch Group was tested.
And they praised the commissioner of police for this Neighborhood Watch. And as you quite rightly say, the police must go to these communities to help them form this Neighborhood Watch group.
Yes. It must be more proactive.
The legal way. Because it's have an illegality that could shift to
yes.
You know.
Yeah, your man taking up the law into their own hands.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Tell me, if it is, and the commissioner has been a good one, I want to commend the commissioner. He understands his role, he understands his tasks ahead. He's a young commissioner.
He's a young commissioner, which is good.
Yes.
All right? This is really good that we start to use.
Oh, yes.
Because, however, it has some old police. It has people who believe that they should have been the commissioner. And I am wondering whether it might have bickering among the executive.
Right.
If there is bickering among this executive, then it will trickle down.
Yes.
And so what?
Fragmented, divide.
So we had to get management have to be. We have to get good administrators. We must administrate the police service.
Yes. What is good with this commissioner, in my humble view, he came through the special branch. I mean, they say he's an intelligence man.
Yeah,
he is well knowledgeable. He understands the police service. He has been giving even the former commissioners, so that he has been in the trenches, and that speaks volumes. But what I know that you are now retired and you're enjoying the better things in life. I mean, it's how you're looking and so on. If the senior super in your division was Mr. Alcock, we would want to get your advice on how to make the community that you live in safer. What is the first thing you would tell the senior superintendent in your division that they need to do first before anything else?
Well, first, but they have my services anytime.
Right, wonderful.
Anytime, for free.
For free?
For free.
Pro bono?
For free. Yeah, for free. Now, what has happened? You know, once upon a time, it had meet the people tour.
Yes.
Meet the people tour. Because today, the police is not... we don't have foot patrols again. We don't have... And if you look at
the human element, knocking on doors,
exactly,
good morning, good afternoon, good day. Yes,
we far removed.
Yes,
from
we
the
air-conditioned vehicles and we do static patrol.
Exactly, we're too far removed from the people, so we have to get back with the people.
Yes.
This is what we have to get back with the people.
Yes.
And to do so, it must be done through these same meetings that it used to have.
I love that, yes.
We have to...
Listen to the public, you hear what they're saying?
We have to start back at Fisher School Crossing. A school crossing, school lectures for children, because these are the people we have to work on, because they're the ones coming up.
Yes. You have to touch them early before the criminal element touch them.
We have to get them. And the youth clubs was doing a marvelous job about getting them. And some youth clubs still very active.
Yes.
But some like they're losing momentum.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as all things, we want to bring you back here again for the company because I have a lot of questions still to ask. Yeah. But before I ask you to close off and I just want to, bro, I just heard that number 19033, Keston Campbell, a police officer, passed away. Oh. He was in the gym and wherever. And I'm now, I take everything with social media with a pinch of salt. Yeah. But it is reported. And I know the individual, so I'm going to make a call. And if it's possible, I'm going to convey my condolences to the family of Officer Campbell. It's really unfortunate police officers, as much as they're ready to take care of themselves, the mental capacity, it is absolutely imperative, not like that.
Yeah. Everyone has to take care of their mental health. It is imperative.
Inspector Alcock, in closing, what would you like to tell the listenership? Let them know that, the program and anything.
Well, what I would like to tell them, listeners, is that the police need assistance.
Yes.
We need all hands on deck.
Yes.
And let's don't give up. You know, we have some crime, but those people who are committing those crimes are our children.
That's right.
And we have to...
Say it over again, our children.
Our children.
That's right.
So we can't give up and be mad for their behavior, but we have to try to get to them in a way that we mightn't have to use physical force.
Yes, deadly force.
We have to try to get to them some, and there are people, and I'm with one right here now, Mr. Sharbodie, who can get to them. We have Sheila Prince, she can get to them. We have Mr. Hislin Tobago, they can get, and I'm calling these names to let you know that there is resources out there.
Yes.
And a lot of members of the community, lawyers, teachers, they are willing to give us all that they have.
So in concern with the police.
So, and this is for the police too.
Yes.
Let's work with the community.
Yes. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to bring you back. You have to make yourself available again. I am really grateful. People, Inspector Alcock, loving you also, all that you have did for me, what you know. I'm indeed grateful. And I say, I wish you health and strength. Continue the health and strength because you're looking
real
excellent, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
You're very welcome. Thanks again. All right, guys.
Bless him, people.
I'm sure the next one. So this was taking in front. Up next, we have... Yes. Oh, good. Beyond the Limits up next with Roland Stewart.
This Mother's Day, Talk City 91.1 FM is celebrating the queens who do it all. The early mornings, the sacrifices, the